Hey everyone, it's Kyle at Prolux and welcome to part 2 of our 3-part series where I'll dive into everything you need to know about the Prolux 10-quart commercial backpack vacuum cleaner. In part 1, we unboxed the unit and went over some key features, but in part 2, I'm going to show you guys how to assemble it and then show off those key features in action. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, before we get to the assembly process, again, I want to recap. Even though this is a 19 PL 10 quart SKU, we also have another SKU for the black and blue unit. Everything I'm covering in this 3-part series will work for both vacuums. They are exactly the same. The only difference is the color. This one's black, the other one will be blue. So with that out of the way, assembly is pretty straightforward. There is one thing I'm going to spend a little bit more time on, and that is going to be this collar mechanism on the wand, and this is how you attach the tools. Some people have problems with it, but I'll show you guys in detail how to get everything to fit properly. Alright, with that out of the way, first thing you want to do is attach the hose, and this is very straightforward. On top of the backpack vacuum cleaner, there is a hose port, and the elbow piece is going to go directly on top. Alright, so now that we got the hose hooked up to the vacuum, let's go on to assembling the wands. I usually like to connect the two halves together first before installing the hose onto the wand. On the upper wand, you're going to have a button lock. On the lower wand, which will have this collar piece, you're going to have a button. So pretty much all you need to do, line those up, depress the button, and then slide the wands on till you see the button pop through the button lock hole. Alright, so now we're going to attach the wand to the hose, and again, you can do this in any order. This is just how I prefer to do it. Due to the limited room I have in this area, I did take off the lower wand just so I have some more room to get everything fully inserted. So here is going to be the hose handle, if that's what you want to call it. It's going to be slanted, so just make sure you have the right end. And then on the upper one, you're going to have this ribbed piece going all the way around. You want to make sure you push that ribbed piece all the way into the hose so it doesn't slip out. So again, just insert the wand into the hose, and then as you're inserting it, kind of twist and push. And then once you have it fully inserted, you'll actually feel that rib piece push through this tapered end on the hose. So that is how you attach the wand to the hose. Alright, moving on to attaching a tool to the lower wand portion. Like I mentioned, a lot of people have issues with this, but if you line up everything properly, it's not that big of a deal. So let's go ahead and take this apart. Just, twist it counterclockwise. So you're going to have the screw-on cap, and then you're going to have this brass or metal ring. So what happens is as you tighten this, it's going to compress the ring, and that is going to lock the tools onto the wand. If you take a look at the tools, you'll notice they'll have a groove going all the way around. So as you insert this into the colored piece of the wand, you want to make sure that this brass ring is lined up with those grooves. And then as you tighten the screw-on piece, it's going to compress and lock the tool of your choice into place. So I'm going to demonstrate that real quick. So I'm setting the brass ring all the way at the bottom that I'm seeing of the screw-on piece. I'm going to get it started, but I'm not going to tighten it all the way. And then I'm going to demonstrate on the duster brush. So again, just make sure you put the tool in. It's kind of hard to see and line up these grooves, but you'll kind of feel it. So put it in, and then just start tightening the screw-on piece. And as you start to feel tension, just kind of give the tool a little test pull. So that is, it's locked in, but it's not locked in all the way. You can tell it's loose because there's a lot of wiggle room. So I'm going to tighten it just slightly more. So now doing a test pull, we have no wiggle room. And that is how you properly attach any of the tools to the lower wand portion. Quick note, do not over tighten the collared piece or the screw-on piece. If you over tighten it, it's going to be a pain trying to get it off. So as you're tightening it, just kind of get a test pull, and then once you're familiar with it, you'll know exactly when to stop. And then, you know, to replace a tool, just loosen, pop it out, get your new tool, put it in, tighten it up, test pull, it's not coming off, and then that's how you do it. Alright, so that's how you completely assemble the Prolux 10 quart commercial backpack vacuum cleaner. Pretty straightforward. All you have is the hose, the 2 wands, connecting the wands to the hose, and then connecting your choice of tool to the wand. We went over how to attach the wands and how to remove them. The last piece is going to be the extension cord, but I'm pretty sure you guys know how to attach the extension cord. You know, it just plugs in. On the backpack vacuum, there's also going to be a cord holder, and this just keeps the extension cord and the actual power cord attached. Pretty much how it works is connect the two, make a loop in the extension cord, feed it through, and then hook it over this lip piece, and it'll keep everything secured. And then you also have a little plastic triangle on the back of backpack vacuum where you can attach the cord holder so it's out of the way. So now that we have the assembly process done, I want to show you guys the key features I mentioned in part 1 in action. So I'm going to be putting the backpack vacuum on, showing you guys how to adjust the straps, demonstrating the on and off button that controls the vacuum. And then I'm going to quickly go over the tools and which tool is used for which surface when it comes to cleaning. And then when it comes to replacing the bags and the filters, that will be part 3, which is going to be maintenance. And the last thing I'm going to do is just show you guys the actual backpack vacuum in full demonstration. So I'm going to have a couple different floor surfaces up here, and I'll show you guys what tool to use and how to just use the vacuum overall. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how to put the backpack vacuum cleaner on and then how to adjust the straps. Before you attempt to put this on, make sure you undo the chest buckle and the waist buckle. And then it's just like putting a backpack on. Okay, for reference, this is how it fits right out of the box. I'm 5'10", about 139 pounds, so I'm pretty slim. I'm going to tell you guys right now in advance, if you are skinny like me, when you have the straps and the buckles fully tightened, you're going to have a lot of slack. So that's just how it is if you're a very tiny person like I am. So moving up top, you have the chest buckle. It's just like any normal buckle, snaps together, and then you can loosen or tighten it. So that is fully tightened. I can still put my whole hand through it. I could probably get my arm through it if I was flexible. Moving on to the waist buckle. That is how much slack you have right out of the box. But you can adjust it. You have these little pull tabs right here. So I'm going to tighten them all the way. So I still have about, I don't know, 4 inches of slack, but it does fit pretty well. Then you can adjust the height of the backpack by these straps right here. You can loosen them by pulling up on the tab, and that'll drop it, or you can grab them and you can tighten it more and kind of bring it up more on your back. Looking down on the right side, you're gonna have these little loops, but these loops are actually for your extra tools. So you can slide tools in, keep them on you at all times, and then they pull out. You can put any tools in here. And then to take it off, simply undo the buckles. And then if you have it really tightened, go ahead and loosen the actual straps. And then just take it off like a backpack. And then with this thing weighing only 11 pounds, you're not really gonna feel it on your back. So that's pretty much it when it comes to the straps. So now I want to go over the on and off button located on the bottom of the backpack vacuum. So here's the onboard power switch. It's currently in the off position, but I do have the power cord connected to an extension cord. When you're ready to turn it on, simply flip the switch up. And then when you're done using it, turn it off. So that's pretty much it when it comes to the onboard power button. All right, let's talk tools. I'm gonna quickly go over what they are again and then give you guys a quick brief description of what they can be used for. Let's go ahead and start with the 3 basic tool attachments. We have an upholstery tool, crevice, and duster. Upholstery tool is going to be for upholstery. You can also use it on stairs, car interiors, couches. You can also use it on drapes or curtains. Crevice tool, this is going to be for crevices, so you can go in between couch cushions, along baseboards. You can go up high, get crown molding, harder to reach spaces. You can do ceilings. This is just going to be a basic crevice tool. You are going to have a wider opening. Then we have the duster brush again, and the bristles are going to be nylon, so they are like stiff, but they're also soft, if that makes sense. Use this for dusting on tables. You can use it for couches. Whatever you seem fit, you have a duster brush to do it. Moving on to the different floor tools. Earlier I stated that this is a multi-surface floor tool, which it can be used for that, but this tool is actually designed for low pile carpet. You can use it on hard floor surfaces, but a lot of our customers are afraid that the hard plastic bottom is going to scratch their hardwood floors. I've never experienced that. Tested on a small area just to make sure. We don't want you guys damaging your floors. But this is designed for low pile carpet. If you want to use this on high pile carpet, there is a chance that you're not going to pick anything up. Due to that, we do offer a power head conversion kit. There will be a link to that in the description below. Also put a picture up somewhere over here so you guys can see it. So again, this is designed for carpet, especially low pile carpet, but if it can be used on any other floor surface, just make sure you test a small area before continuing to clean. This is going to be a hard floor tool. You're going to have larger openings right here compared to the smaller ones. Again, a lot of people are concerned due to the hard plastic on the bottom, it's going to scratch floors, but I have never experienced that. But again, test it on a small surface area before continuing to use it. So now that we went over the tools, I do want to show you guys the vacuum in action, but due to my limited space here, I'm going to be demonstrating on top of this table. I have like small little tabletops that have hardwood floor and carpet, just so you guys can get an idea of what tool does best on each area. So without further ado, let's get to testing it. All right, so here is my little hardwood floor demonstration area. I also have another one that has carpet on it. Since I am limited on space, I'm just going to have the tool attached directly to the hose, but I will have the backpack vacuum on my back. For the stuff we're gonna be putting down and sucking up, I have Rice Krispies cereal and flour to simulate, construction drywall dust, and then the rice cereal will be more like smaller, debris, just so you guys get an idea of how the tools work and how well the vacuum works. Let's start with some flour. Some Rice Krispies cereal. All right, so that was hard floors. As you saw, the hard floor tool picked everything up. There is a little bit of like dust from the flour being like crushed into the flooring, but it did a pretty well job sucking everything else up. So again, just a little bit of flour from it being smushed into the hardwood floor. Now we're going to demonstrate on some carpet, and I will use the carpet tool. All right, here is the carpet. It's kind of like a medium pile, kind of what you would find in like a normal house. It's not low pile like a commercial office building, but it's not really high plush carpet. So again, we're gonna start with flour and then move on to the rice cereal. Okay, so I have it on the top surface of the carpet, but to show you guys the actual cleaning performance of the 10 quart, I'm gonna go ahead and smear it so it gets deeper into the carpet fibers. Alright, so now that it's smeared into the carpet and I'm covered with flour, we're gonna hook up to the carpet tool directly to the hose and then demonstrate it again. Take this with a grain of salt. The carpet tool does not have a brush roll, so we're working with the suction directly from the vacuum to pick all this up. Alright, got the carpet tool hooked up. Again, this is medium pile carpet and this is going to be a suction only tool, but remember we do offer optional power head conversion kits. So let's see how well it does. Alright, so here we are, did a couple quick passes. Quick observation, it looks clean, but I can tell there is some flour still, but you gotta look really hard. And again, we used a suction only tool with medium pile carpet and it did a pretty good job. If you guys had the power head conversion kit and a power head design for medium or high pile carpet, this thing would be spotless as if it were brand new. But again, this is a commercial product and if you're using it for commercial jobs, you're not gonna be running across medium to high pile carpet, but this is just to give you guys a quick demonstration of how well our suction only toolkit works. All right, let's move on to the rice cereal. Again, I'm gonna spread it and then kind of shove it down into the carpet fibers. Alright, so we went and sucked up the Rice Krispie cereal. Quick observation, looks like I got all of it. I tried to simulate someone stepping on it and pushing it down into the carpet fibers. I'm not sure if that actually worked. A couple seconds of just vacuuming seemed to pick everything up. So that was a quick demonstration using the carpet and hard floor tool. Alright, that's going to be it for part 2 of our 3-part series. I hope you guys found it helpful. Again, we went over assembly, showed you guys the features in action, then gave you a quick demonstration using the carpet and hard floor tool. In part 3, we're going to be working on maintenance. We're going to be replacing the bag, the inner cloth bag, the filters, and then showing you guys what to check for if you run into a clog. So stay tuned. I'm Kyle Prolux, and I'll see you in the next one.